question about contract management.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what it is.
So what I did, I mistakenly read this as what type of contract you want to use. So I
Ah,
missed this. Not. So if I read the question again and want to just stick to avoiding this note, then just I want to check whether my answer is right. So let's consider your organization has recently been informed that several of the regulations related to how your products are manufactured will change in 6 months. So while developing the project, we are already aware that this will change in within 6 months. While planning for work to change certain design and production process, you determine you will need to work with several external organizations to do the work. So there are two things which I interpret from this statement. One is the timeline, and one may be the not having the capacity of doing it by yourself. You are giving this work to external organizations. So when I read it like this, which type of contract you want to use if you do not have enough help to audit invoices?
mm,
So
mm,
then I gave this answer. So my answer in that sense is correct, because
mm.
when we do not have time to audit the invoices, we prefer to go either with fixed price if we have
Right.
clear scope,
Mm,
and if we do not have sorry, if we have clear scope but we want to finish it within timeline, then we want to go with fixed price plus incentive fees.
mm. Okay.
So in
Why?
that sense my answer is correct.
Okay. And when you said misread, what do you mean by
Yes.
misread?
Not which type of contract do you not want to use. So it is
Mm,
asking which type of contract you will not use when you don't have time to audit invoices.
mm,
I am saying which type of contract you will use when you do not have time to audit the invoices.
mm. Okay, I get your point. I have some people who don't know contracts in this group. People listening to this
Okay.
video, because some may be new here. Now, let's go by the right answer here. Why they choose this one, cost plus fixed fee?
Okay.
Any thoughts on that contract? Are you aware of that point? Okay, how many contract types do we have? At least for everyone's knowledge.
So fixed price where we have,
Ah,
scope is
mm,
clear
very
and
good.
we have data from previous projects. So we know
Mm,
this much
mm,
may be the cost. So we
mm,
directly go for fixed price. We
mm,
don't know, need much of, monitoring there.
very
Second
good.
is cost plus fixed fees.
Mm,
So cost is the material cost or the service per hour cost, what they are charging. Then along with that, we will offer fixed fees.
mm,
In time and material, we will have to uh, thoroughly review these invoices raised by the contractor, because he is charging
mm,
against the time. So we need to monitor whether he is submitting over time or excess price on the material. So we have to audit all those things. In
mm,
fixed price plus incentive, we kind of give motivation to the contractor along with the fixed fees, that so that he can give us the delivery within time frame or early in
mm.
within the
Okay.
stipulated timeline.
Okay. For benefit of all, what I do is I'll share a bit of the contract details also. Yeah? Can I share the screen once?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll take the screen now. I have some people who have not worked in contract, or some of them are new to the batch. Let me put this part. Is the screen visible right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So now, part of our class, some of you would have seen it already. First thing, contracting, we go for resources. Resources could be material, equipment, people, or sometimes you want to do a piece of work, we go for a contract. We heard from Gaurav certain contracts, right? So the answer was directly pointing to cost reimbursable contract. In our class, we learn it, or if you're not learned so far, you will come to the next classes or some classes, you will see this again. I may not go all the details, but I'll give a highlight for you. When the requirements are very much clear, okay, when there is a buyer here and there is a seller here, okay, buyer and seller. So buyer says, I need it. Seller says, okay, I will give it. So when they sign a contract, this could be a fixed price contract. When I say fixed price, the requirements should be very clear. Of course, right? Yeah, until I don't know, I will not go for the fixed price. When I say fixed price, a lump sum of money will be paid. A lump sum will be paid. A lump sum could be 7 million. I'm just giving a number. 7 million for what? The buyer says, hey, can you make this for me? Could be a machine, could be a software, could be a food item, could be a furniture, could be a building construction, something. And I have to explain it properly. The buyer has to explain it properly. Only when you have a clarity of details what it is, then the seller will propose a cost saying that I can do it for 7 million. 7 million includes the benefit what they want to gain. I'm not going to talk about profit and loss here. I'm going to talk only about what this contract means. In a fixed price, usually the detail of the work should be much clear. Then only they go for a fixed price contract. Now let's come to the Gaurav's question there. The question is talking about cost reimbursable. And the question is says, I will not choose this contract. I will not choose this contract when the audit is not good. I'll explain that part. In a cost reimbursable contract, what will happen is seller receives a refund. Look at here, the seller receives a refund, which means I'm not going to go for some lump sum contract. Rather, let's put this way, there is an X company and there is a Y company. The X company is a buyer, Y company is a seller. Very good. They agreed for some machine, a printing machine or a painting machine or some machine they ordered. Now, what will happen here is I could have gone for lump sum, but then later we decided let's not go for lump sum. Let's do this way in the sense cost reimbursable. Now, what is a cost reimbursable? Now, Y company, whenever they do a small piece of work, when they do a small piece of work, for this piece of work, they will send the invoice to X company. And that will tell, pay me 1 million. And this is nothing but a refund. A refund of what? Expenses. A refund of expenses. After a few months later, they did another small piece of work in the product. Again, they claim the bill, and this bill can be again 0.5 million. Now, in every time when they send the bill, the invoice, the X company has to pay the money back. Again, they have to pay the money back. This is the process of cost reimbursable. I don't think this is a very new term in the market, which you all already heard. Now, why we need audit in this place? Can anyone tell me why we need an audit? In fact, who has to do the audit? Is it X company or Y company? Who has to do the audit?
X company.
Why they have to do audit?
Because they have to refund that amount to the seller.
Very good. Very good. But auditing is needed.
Yes, because they
Yes.
maybe add any charges. Means whatever the work they have not done, still they are giving the invoice for that. Or for
That,
that project they have not done, for other project they sharing that invoice.
mm. Now, in cost, well said, thanks for sharing that. Now, cost reimbursable auditing system should be good in place because it's a refunding of money what you spend. Now, I would have gone to fixed price and I would have paid 7 million. But in this could be a very successful contract for me. Then later we thought, let's not go for this, let's go for cost reimbursable. Every time when they make something, they're going to climb a bill. And when I accumulate all the money, it could even go beyond 8 million if you don't properly audit and understand what I'm doing correctly there. Audit doesn't mean always I doubt the company why. No, that's not the case. It could be also to verify is everything going in order. Is any corrections are needed? Now, usually in a cost reimbursable contracts, they'll be bit careful enough who is paying the money and from where the ask is coming. Am I paying for the right order of value? And for which reason they have an auditing system in place. Auditing is not doubting the people. Auditing is to make sure the process are in the right order. Now, let's go to the question here. Gaurav, can you bring the question again? Can you please bring the question one more time? All right. Now, your organization has recently been informed that several of the regulations related to how your products are manufactured will change in 6 months. Something going to change. When something is going to change, can I go for a fixed price project? Will it be helpful for me?
No.
No. So in that case, answer A, answer D straight away goes out.
Yeah.
Now let's go down further. While planning for, I'm reading the second sentence of the question. While planning for work to change certain design and production processes, you determine you will need to work with several external organizations to do the work. Now they're opening the gate saying that, guys, you are not doing the work, you are going to outsource the work. That's what they're mentioning. So I don't want to conclude any answer here. I'm just seeing the first statement says that some work is coming. Second statement says that you have to open the gate. Now they're asking if you open the gate, that's a third sentence, which type of contract do you not want to use if you do not have enough help to audit invoices? Now in this case, I have to say where I will get invoices. The moment I see A and D will go out for invoices, and I will see answer B is the only place where I will get invoices coming up. Now, on the top of that, they're saying that what type of contract you do not want to use. If I don't want to use, when I don't have an invoice, which is not being audited, yeah, I will not go for that. As you rightly said, if you misread this word or not, there are some tricky points are there. But the message is cost plus fixed fee is a contract. Be a bit careful or cautious. Don't want to mess up on this case. Now let's go to Gaurav here. Gaurav, what was your thought there?
No,
Shri,
so what happened? Yeah, please. Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So my thought was, first thing which I misunderstood is clearly I missed this not part, and then about the scope. So what while giving the answer, I was thinking that the scope is clear. We want to finish the project in 6 months, even with the changes. So I within see fixed price plus incentive is a subset of fixed price contract. So I thought fixed price I need because I don't have time to read these audits and go through audits and invoices. As secondly, I give incentive just to ensure we are completing within 6 months. That's how I interpreted. So I completely messed the question itself, I think.
Okay, one thing
Yeah.
be a bit careful. I give 5 techniques to read a question. Do anyone remember the fifth or fourth technique when you read the question? Which one you have to be
La,
very
la, last line of the question. Yeah.
Read the last line carefully. They'll give a lot of stories, and finally, they'll ask something different in the last line. Now, when I read the last line, which type of contract do you not want to use if you do not have enough help to audit? The moment I read this, I'll forget all the above lines.
Yes.
If I read the contract management clearly in PMP, I'll be aware that in cost plus is the only place, if I don't have
Where
an audit,
invoices are
I'll be
raised.
in a problem. So
Yeah.
the moment I read the last line, my brain will forget all the upper line and look at the answer, where is cost? Then I'll choose that answer. That's one of the tricky thing you have to be careful in the exam. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you, Shri. Yeah. Yeah.
Good,
I need to
good.
go
Shri, I
back
have
and
a question
watch.
on the same
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it can be on the display, please.
Go ahead.
You also said that invoices, right? For even invoices for fixed price, also you need to give the final invoices for every whether you do a down payment or you give it in installments. You need to do
Yep. Yep.
invoices.
Yes. But what is the problem? Where is the risk? In a fixed, you have a risk, or in a cost reimbursable, you have a risk. Where
Cost.
cost. So we have to be careful on that, right? So your question is invoice, without invoice, none of the business works. Invoice are needed. But you fixed it already. You are saying 7 million for the project. Whatever happens is within the 7 million, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine the seller charges more money. Who is going to be in the loss? Buyer and
Yeah.
seller, X and Y companies there. Y companies adding every time $100,000. They keep on adding every bill unwantedly. You are expending your own money, right? You're giving 7 million for the work. If you ask me more money, I'll keep paying you. It's okay. When the 7 million it's over, you sign the contract. I will do this work within 7 million. But when the 75% of work is done, you are telling that 7 million is over. Now, who will pay the excess money? Buyer will pay or seller will pay?
Yeah.
A buyer is the person, I'm the one asking for the house. I'm asking for an apartment. I'm saying I'll pay 7 million for the apartment, and I sign the contract with the seller. Seller is the person who is doing the house construction. We made a fixed price contract. 7 million, the house should be done. Okay. The seller is sending me bills. I'm keep on paying the money. Before the house 75% completed, 7 million is over. They collected all the 7 million from me. Now, as per the contract, it says the seller, the construction party, should complete the work in 7 million. Now, who will pay the excess money to complete the remaining work? The buyer, I should pay, or seller?
Buyer.
Still, you don't get it. The moment you sign a contract, when you say buyer and seller, buyer is me, construction party is a seller. If you sign a contract for 7 million and you tell I will complete this work in 7 million, you should do it. If you cannot do, seller, the construction party, they have to put from their pocket to complete the work. Is this true?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
True?
Yes.
If that is the case, should I audit the invoice every day? Is it needed? Now,
Yes.
the responsibility is on the shoulder of the seller, the construction party. They have to be careful on claiming the invoice. Now, where I'm coming here is, for your question, every contract, every invoice, we have to be careful. But in cost reimbursable, we'll be very much careful, because in cost reimbursable, there is no limit. There is no limit. There is no end. So the bill will keep on running. So we'll be very careful to watch out from where the money is coming, where the money is going. We'll be careful on this. For that reason, in cost reimbursable, we'll be careful on the invoice part. Yeah. But I'll recommend to read one more time the procurement, vendor management in Retail 11th edition. Very good content is given. Read one more time. We'll get more clarity. Yeah.
Shri, even in time and material, if I can recall, I think we have to slightly look on the audit part, because vendor may be charging, over and above on the time spent and also on the material, considering inflation and other things. He
There'll be
might be
fixed
adding some
price for it.
factors.
There'll be some fixed price for this time and material. Yeah, it also has nothing wrong in it. There'll be pre-negotiated price. In time and material, the important part is pre-negotiated. If I get a JCB machine, I know that every hour I will charge you $100. If I get an IT professional to do a service for 20 hours, every hour $150. There'll be pre-negotiated price. So time and material, you'll have a time and material, proper time and money is allocated for it. So that's why cost reimbursable is a bit more risky. Yeah.